Happy Monday, everybody. Thanks for joining me again in the card closet for episode number 429. So tonight we're going to get caught up on some mail that's been coming in while I've been doing all these VR videos. But first, our mystery card of the day for episode 429 is a guy with 429 stolen bases. Let's see if you can figure out who he is. Like a lot of stolen base extraordinaires, he is a center fielder. His rookie card, he is a true junk wax rookie. His rookie cards are in 1990, and the following brands all had a rookie card of his: Bowman, Donruss, Fleer, Leaf, O-Pee-Chee, Score, Topps, Upper Deck. He went to the Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University. And with 429 stolen bases, he is not the all-time stolen base leader from Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University. That would go to Vince Coleman. Let's see, he's a two-time All-Star. He played 17 seasons. Four-time Gold Glover in center field. Twice led the league in stolen bases. Started out with the Montreal Expos. Then went to the Atlanta Braves, where he was the center fielder for their World Series championship team of 1995. In fact, he played in 3 consecutive World Series, 1995, 1996, and 1997. Losing in 1996 with Atlanta and losing in 1997 with Cleveland. Have you got him figured out? He had 7 brothers and 7 sisters. Not known for being a power guy. He's a speed guy all around. Never in Hall of Fame discussions. Had a nice career, though. He was discovered by a scout who was driving through his neighborhood when he was a young kid, playing in the neighborhood at a park. The scout happened to drive through, and he threw a rock from a long distance and hit the car that the scout was in. And the scout was impressed by his arm, went to this guy's house and said, "Hey, I will not turn him into the police if he can be on my baseball team." The only member of those Atlanta Braves that was born and raised in Atlanta. Adam knows this one. Marquis Grissom. Here he is in his 1996 Topps card. I picked this card because it's he's doing the Johnny Bench pig pen thing there with all that dirt in the air. After sliding into second, it looks like. I don't think Johnny Bench has anything on Marquis when it comes to dirt in the air in this card. Plus, on the back, it shows his World Championship season with the Braves. So Marquis Grissom joining us tonight. Let me know in the comments if you were able to get that one. So I've got some things to show, some really neat stuff. And first of all, we'll go sport by sport here. We'll start with baseball. And I've got another addition to my Hall of Fame player runs that I'm working on. I got a nice deal on a 1969 Willie Mays card. So really stoked about that one. In fact, Willie's going to get a little stand here as well. He'll join Marquis. There's Willie. I had a nice trade on the trading card database that scored me some 1969s and some 1961 Topps. But the ones that are interesting, the 1960 Strikeout Leaders card that has Jim Bunning in the upper right-hand corner. The 1960 Pitching Leaders Games 1 card, which has former Sioux Falls, South Dakota resident and golf partner of mine for one afternoon, Jim Perry. And then probably the best one, 1960 Pitching Leaders Games Won for the National League. It's got Warren Spahn on the card. So really happy to get those towards the set. Other baseball cards that came in. It's been a long time since I've been able to add to my Mosaic Parallel run for Chris Sale. This is the black gold parallel, and it is numbered to 8. So I have 3 to go, and one of them is a 1 of 1. So getting closer on that. And then here's a card I was really super pumped to get. 1998 Topps Chrome Refractor of Nomar. Got a few 98s to go to complete my Red Sox team set. That's kind of a tough year for some reason to get them. So Nomar is going to get a little stand. Put him next to Willie. All right, let's jump to football. I've got some really cool football cards here. Probably my favorite one is this 1997 Bowman's Best Atomic Refractor. And there are versions of this that they call the Bowman's Best Preview Refractor, but this is the actual just straight refractor. X-Fractor, sorry. Love that. Love that shine going on in there. And I got this one. I kind of had forgotten that there was a 3-part series to this Pinnacle Epics Orange. And this is the Moment edition. Lots of refraction going on back in there. That'll go well with a couple that I picked up a few years ago now, the game and the season versions of that card. So now I've got all 3. So shout out to some of my Pittsburgh Steeler subscribers. Scoots Collectibles, Steeler Card 7, the Mangini Collection, and Ken Doss. Here's a Finest X-Fractor of Big Ben. Finest X-Fractor of Ricardo Colclew. I've also heard people say Ricardo Colclew. Not exactly sure which one is correct. Maybe one of you Steelers people know that for me. And then more cards towards this year's Silver Prism team set that I do every year. Here's the Kenny Pickett. His is a lot cheaper this year than last year. It's one of my favorite players right now, TJ Watt. How he didn't get Defensive Player of the Year this year escapes me. Keanu Benton. Another great defensive player here, Minka Fitzpatrick. Najee Harris, thanks to the 17-game seasons, hit another 1,000-yarder this year. 2 years in a row he got there in Game 17. This one was one of the more expensive ones, Joey Porter Jr., $4, so not terribly expensive. Guy I'd never even heard of, Desmond King, and Patrick Peterson. So more towards that. I think I've got the whole team set now except Bettis. I'm kind of 50-50 on whether I want to get the Bettis since he's not an active player. All right. Here's a big boy card to show you on the basketball front. I'm going to show you some Lakers. We'll do the big boy card last. This is the 23-24, so just out, Silver Prism of LeBron James. So that's a team set that I'm going to be working on now. Probably will get the Hyper Prism parallel of most of those. And then there was still a select courtside that I did not have yet. This is from 21-22 Panini Select silver courtside. So short printed. Did not have that one yet. And then the big boy card. Like I've said, I'm always trying to get these Kobe Topps Chrome refractors when they dip below a certain price. I'm kind of the safety net. If they get below a certain price, then I'll go for them. This is a 2005, 2006 Topps Chrome refractor of Kobe. So I don't know, what have I got? 4 or 5 of these now from Kobe's career? There's certain ones like early in his career that are just cost prohibitive as all get out. So Kobe gets a stand there next to Nomar. Shout out to my fellow Laker channels, Rick Acosta, Dodger Card Collector, Adam's Card Closet. And then kind of to end it, more football. So some of you, Bears Cards 34, Walkenbach, they've been showing this new brand of cards called On It that has done team sets for college football teams, mostly in the western half of the United States. But thankfully, Colorado is one of them. And one thing I've noticed, so Colorado's got some big names on their team that are in the Bowman U set. They're not in this set. This On It set appears to be kind of the guys that are like minimum NIL guys. They get a card. Some of these guys that are in the set didn't even make the team. So they were carryovers from Colorado's team last year of 1-11. But some of them that are interesting, names to keep your eye on. Levanta Bentley, he's good. Shane Cokes, he's a good player. Had a good year for them this year. Some of the guys that got booted out because they were offensive linemen and were so terrible are in this set. I won't show them. Here's Jace Feely, kicker. He and Alejandro Mata split duties. Jace has got the better leg, so he kicks the longer field goals, and Mata kicked the shorter field goals. Marvin Ham, the second. Watch out for his name. He's a good player. This guy right here, now with Xavier Weaver gone, look for Jimmy Horn Jr. to be a big-time receiver this year. He's got a great story, too. His dad's imprisoned, and Coach Prime is acting like his surrogate father until his dad gets out. Who else here? A lot of these guys are no-name players. Ryan Staub, he's their backup quarterback. And he played the last game of the year when Shedeur Sanders had a broken bone in his back. Here's Xavier Weaver that I was talking about. He was their top receiver in 2023, but he is out of eligibility now. There's another guy too. Yeah, I don't think I got him. I've got some more of these Colorado cards coming from an eBay purchase, so we'll have to wait for those. But then I'm going to give you a little teaser here. I don't usually do this. I got a big boy card. I got it a couple weeks ago now, and you know, I have to thank Sensei Domino 15 for showing me a world of cards outside of the big three sports. And he gets into obscure sports pre-war, and he also gets into actors and famous people cards pre-war. And so it got me thinking, you know, who's somebody from that era that I should look into. And I'm just going to show the corner of the card. And I'll have a special episode for this one card. See if you can tell what that card is right there just by showing that much. I'll show the rest of the card in a special episode. I need to do a lot of research on this guy though before I do the episodes. Hopefully I'll get to it before too long, but just giving a teaser on that. It is a rare card. Even John Mangini would say it's rare. There's only 2 graded copies known to man. All right, everybody. Approaching 15 minutes here. Appreciate you if you stuck around all this time. I appreciate you even if you didn't. Hope you're having a great week. We'll talk to you again later. Bye.